Do you want to know when I realized I was no longer in control of my own life? It wasn't when my hair started falling out, not when my hands began to ache in the morning, not even when I started forgetting where I left things. It was much quieter than that. It was the day they stopped asking me, just like that. No noise, no argument, no warning. They simply stopped asking what I wanted, what I thought, what made me feel okay. And instead, they started deciding for me. My name is Carmen. I'm 82 years old. And for most of my life, I was the one who decided. I decided what we ate at home, what got washed first, when the lights went off, when to speak, and when silence was better. I made hard decisions. I carried long silences. I cared for the sick. I said goodbye to people I loved. I was a mother. I was a wife. I was the one who held everything together when everything else fell apart. And still, I was me. Until one day, they stopped seeing me that way. It didn't happen all at once. It never does. It starts small. Mom, sit down, I'll do it. Mom, don't get up. Mom, that's too heavy for you. At first, it feels like love, and maybe it is. But it's a twisted kind of love, because it doesn't protect you, it reduces you. Then come the other phrases. That's not for you anymore. You should just rest. Let us handle it. Us, that word that quietly pushes you out of your own life, and without realizing it, you start disappearing inside your own home. I remember one afternoon, the kitchen was silent. Sunlight came through the window like always. I was peeling potatoes, slowly, carefully, the way I had my whole life. My daughter walked in, came closer, looked at me, and without saying a word, she took the knife out of my hand. You could hurt yourself, Mom. She smiled, like she was doing the right thing, and I smiled too. But inside, something broke. Because in that moment, I understood something I didn't want to see. They didn't trust me anymore. And when people stop trusting you, they start erasing you. Then came the keys. I'll keep them, just in case. Then the money. So you don't have to worry about anything. Then the decisions. We know what's best for you. We. That word that erases you without touching you. And one day, without even noticing, you no longer decide what you eat, when you sleep, when you go out, or even when you speak. And the most dangerous part, you get used to it, to asking permission, to waiting, to staying quiet, to becoming small. I was still living in my house, but it wasn't my house anymore. It was a place where I existed, but I didn't lead, where I breathed, but I didn't choose, until the word came that changes everything. Care home. It's what's best for you, Mom. It's always what's best for you, when it's no longer your decision. The place was beautiful, too beautiful. Bright walls, clean smell, professional smiles, everything in order, everything correct, everything lifeless. The women there weren't living. They were waiting, waiting for meals, waiting for visits, waiting for the end. Some stared at the door, others stared at the floor, but none of them looked forward. Because when you stop deciding, you stop moving forward. One night, I couldn't sleep. The silence felt heavy, like it had been placed there on purpose. I sat on the edge of the bed, looked at my hands, wrinkled, slow, marked by time, but mine. And then I understood. They weren't taking my life away all at once. They were turning it off, little by little, like a flickering light no one notices until it's gone. That night, I made a decision, not big, not heroic, but mine. The next morning, when the nurse came in, she said, "Come on, Carmen, let's get you up." I looked at her, and I said, "No." She froze, confused. "I don't want you to lift me. I can do it myself." It took longer. It hurt. It wasn't easy, but I did it. And in that moment, I came back. Then came another decision, and another. I chose what to wear, what to eat, when to sit, when to stand, when to speak, and when to stay quiet. Small things, but they were mine. And with each one, a piece of me returned. Until one day, I left. No noise, no drama, no permission. I just left. I went back home, opened the door slowly. It smelled different. The silence felt different, but something was still there, me. That afternoon, I did something I hadn't done in a long time. I cooked, I cut wrong, burned myself a little, spilled things, and I laughed, because it hurt. But it was mine. Now I live alone. Yes, but I'm not alone. I'm with myself. And that, no one will ever take from me again. Sometimes my children visit. They look at me with fear, like I'm fragile, like I might break, and I look at them calmly, and I think, this isn't fragility, this is history, a life fully lived, everything that still lives inside me. So listen to me carefully. If your mother is still alive, don't care for her by turning her off. Don't protect her by taking her voice. Don't love her by replacing her, because love doesn't replace, love stays. And if you are the woman in this story, remember this. As long as you can decide, you are still alive. Even if your voice shakes, even if your hands fail, even if everything hurts, keep choosing, keep saying no, keep saying yes, keep being you, because the last thing you lose is not strength, it's your will. And when that's taken from you, nothing is left. My name is Carmen, and I'm still here. Not because they took care of me, but because I chose not to disappear.